Refresh.
Refresh. That's right.
We are refreshed. We are refreshing. There we are.
There it is. That's us, isn't it?
Yes.
Check one.
Hello.
Okay. No, nobody has commented yet. Let's talk and have some laughs with Moby and Mitchell right now.
Right now.
And so you just put that up, and that's so I'm on the right page, ain't I?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are.
Okay. Who was that? Mary Beth just saw it. Wow. Mary Beth just saw The Wire.
Wow, good.
It's funny. Bless her. I need to turn that volume down on that page.
There you go.
Hang on.
Good morning, everybody.
Good.
Let's talk and have some laughs with Moby and Mitchell right now on fistfulofradio.com and YouTube and Facebook and
you just say, damn it, right now, damn it.
Twitter, right now, damn
right
it.
Right now, damn it.
Damn it.
Can we go to lunch after your show? Grace just wrote in. I don't know. I can't talk about it right now. Okay, hang on.
It's right within the margin of it.
What'd you turn up
Fox.
that crap
I got it
for?
on in case anything was to break open. Like,
well, you never know. Something might break open pretty quick here.
You never can tell.
Sure. God, man, that deal with Biden and The Wire, that was funny.
Yeah. Chris Wallace is taking heat today.
What about?
All people are saying
that he didn't do something right.
He was the third debater up on the stage last night.
Bull. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. He was. I was not surprised. That's what he does. He's a Democrat.
Okay, Chris Wallace?
Oh, yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whatever. But I tell you this, I thought he did a great job last night, and he would have traded places with anybody in the world rather than be where he was.
I'm sure.
I'm thinking.
Thank you, Jay. Jay Raymer says, nice shirt, Steve. Thank you, sir.
I've commented on this shirt a couple of times today. I like that shirt,
This is actually a windbreaker.
Now, I'm getting, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to break wind during this program today?
I may. Just
might. You may pull your finger? Because I'll dare.
Pull my finger. PoliceTees.com is where I got it. PoliceTees.com.
That's where you got the other one, wasn't it?
That was teespring.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever do anything like really good?
Hey, this stuff pops up on my Facebook page. I'll buy it.
That's it. Okay.
Yep.
That's good. I can see why you would.
Bingo, bango, boingo.
Well, I'm trying to get that right there. That's fine.
Right.
To get our live looking pictures. Wallace was not a moderator. Moderators do not argue with either side. But he couldn't get a word in edgewise. Trump and Biden wouldn't shut the hell up and let each other talk.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Good day, everyone. Nice shirt, Steve. I commented on your shirt
Thank
earlier.
you.
How about it, Moby? Hey, Herschel. There's old Herschel. Hey, Herschel. You didn't say, hey, Herschel.
Hey, Herschel.
Hey, Herschel.
Hey, old bar.
Hey, doing?
Hey, old bar.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Wallace was not a moderator. Yeah, I think
tough job.
My way of thinking, Steve, what do you think? I think Chris Wallace did a good job.
Given what he had to work with, he did all right.
That's right. Given the fact that he was, man.
Yeah.
That was awful.
He had his hands full, put it that way.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
All right, coming up on less than a minute.
Oh God, I'm not ready.
Oh boy.
God dang it.
Here we go.
No, not yet.
Here we go. We go.
Not yet. Steve, shut up.
Okay, fine.
So I sounded like Biden talking to Trump last night, didn't I?
Shut up,
Would
man.
you shut up?
Here we go.
Didn't he say that?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Here we go.
Happy Wednesday. Hey, Joanna Pate Stencil. Okay. 25 seconds. I'm going to shut up now. Watch this. This is me being quiet. Shh. What? Fire. Yeah. Steve Mitchell. Hey, Steve Mitchell.
Hey, baby. How you doing, man?
Steve Mitchell. I'm doing fine. Did you happen to watch that debate last? Did you hear on it? It was in the newspaper. There was a debate on TV last night.
I watched it.
Yeah. So you did hear about it. Yeah. Man.
Hey, Mr. Moby.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
That dadgum debate last night. Holy cow. I really expected in the wake of the debate with Biden and the president that I would feel differently about it than I felt when I woke up this morning. This morning, I was like, damn, what just happened? What did we sit through last night? Nothing. And then now, as the day gets deeper and deeper into the day, you hear more and more people on network news saying things, but they didn't have anything to say last night because nobody else had thought of anything for them to say. Amen.
I think that everybody last night was just were suffering from whiplash. It's like what they were all saying what to themselves. What the hell was that? I think
That's
that
right.
was
What the hell was
what
that?
the
What
hell
was
was
it?
that? Yeah.
I don't
So,
know, but I tell you what, I didn't feel great. I didn't make me be proud to be an American during the night last night. I don't know about
yeah,
you, but
it was
Wallace interrupted Trump 76 times.
he did.
Really?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, somebody counted. Yeah.
Somebody counted. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How
and
many times? Okay.
I think somebody and they
There
actually
was a lot of interrupting going on, and Donald started it.
he was and you're right. It was not a good look for either one of them
No,
knuckleheads.
the first interrupting that was done by Donald.
Yeah.
And then after that, when Biden said, "Oh, goody, 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 we get to go do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, whatever." I was just,
But you know what? Are
boy.
we surprised? Are we surprised?
Yeah. Well, honestly, yeah.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Well, I can tell you weren't. You again. There you go. Conspiracy theories. No,
No.
they. This is the way it was planned.
You knew it was going to be confrontational. I knew it was going to be
it
confrontational.
was, but it was more than a confrontational debate. It was a couple of Jonah when it was over my son was on the phone with my daughter, with Grace, and told her he thought it was like a major prize fight where neither of the boxers had arms.
That's pretty funny.
Jonah's a really funny guy.
That's pretty funny.
Debbie Griffin says, "Hello, sweeties." Wallace interrupted 76 times in an hour and a half.
Yeah. And he interrupted Biden less time, considerably less times. Somebody counted.
Because Biden didn't flap that pie hole like Trump did, not as much.
But,
and I mean, I wasn't on Biden's side. I was on Trump's side. But my guy, I don't think had a good debate at all.
No.
I don't think it went very well for them.
No. But actually, some fact checking has been going on today.
Really?
Yes.
Fact checking, you say?
Yes.
I can't believe there's actually people fact checking today.
Yes.
But there are, you say?
Yes. Can I go over a couple of things?
I wish you would, but before you do that,
yes,
Mitchell just sent me, and I don't know where you got it or who sent it to you, whatever. But there is a video clip of Biden with a wire under his jacket, and he's readjusting the wire.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that goes to the hearing device? You think?
I don't know, but it's under his. Let's see. It would be his left lapel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. I didn't notice it, but it's very subtle. He's adjusting it. He's sticking it back. He's sticking it back under, and then it pops out again.
Yeah.
And then if you look, and then if you blow it up and you magnify it, it sticks out. It pops out again. It's just a little wire. And if you want, I could put it up on our Facebook page if you want people to see it.
Well, we haven't done that in a long time. Sure, go ahead and do that.
Okay, I'll do that in a few
because
minutes.
The war is there. But my question is, at which point in the debate? This debate was an hour and a half. As a matter of fact, 96 minutes long. And where in that 96 minutes was that little particular clip? Because that was somewhere in that 96 minutes. And where was it? Because I didn't see it.
I didn't notice.
I laid in bed there with my sweet wife and watched every dang second of it.
It was pretty slick. He just kind of, you wouldn't notice. It was a very subtle move. It's just, he adjusted his lapel and he's just kind of back in there.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. So
Joanna Page Stan. Well, yeah, put that video up there. I can't believe that I want to believe that was actually there. And if it was actually there, what's that going to do to anybody's opinion about what's going on? Nothing that happened last night changed my opinion about the election. I was a Trump fan before it, and I was a Trump fan after that, but I wasn't a fan of how Trump behaved last night. Yeah, well, and nor was I a fan of how Biden behaved last night. They were, but good God, it's not just me, right? This was not a good debate at all.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be, I think the vice presidential debate will be more compelling as far as a regular debate goes with Mike Pence and Kamala next Tuesday night. Yes,
I believe so. Yeah.
And then the next Donald and Joe debate wrestling match will be a
shouting match.
Yeah, shouting match is Keith wins. I know it's in Miami, I think. Yes?
Yes, correct. That is correct.
Okay. Wait, I'm looking for something that was up here. Hang on a minute. I wrote to my son. I said I wanted to wake up this morning and be proud of my candidate. I don't think anyone on either side was proud of how it went. I wouldn't be surprised if Putin wasn't laughing at our country today.
Yeah.
When you think of don't, because the Ruskies was watching.
Of course.
And don't you know, they thought, what the hell is this? Because they got some people in Russia that speak real good English. They can sound like they can actually add dialect to it. They had to be watching it. Okay. And they had to be like, it's embarrassing. And I heard that word used several times during the course of this day. It was just embarrassing for the entire nation what happened last night in a debate between the Democrat and the Republican presidential candidates, between the current president of the United States and his competitor, Joe Biden. Who's it? Sleepy Joe? Yeah, sure. Sleepy Joe, whatever you want to call him. He called Trump a clown last night and said, man, would you shut up, man? And I honestly, Joe, it's the first time I've ever said, yeah, Joe, you tell him. I was on his side. John, would you shut up? Because he started it. Oh, gosh. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to read to you, but if I had some here, it's on my take messages. Never mind, doesn't matter. I'll just shut up and move on. Hey, Steve.
So, couple of things here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, last night, Joe Biden characterized Kyle Rittenhouse as a white supremacist. And
I didn't hear that happen. He didn't use his name.
Well, apparently let me just read to you what Lynn Wood,
okay, the attorney Lynn Wood, and you know what, you're a big Lynn Wood fan because we hear a lot about Lynn Wood,
right?
And it always comes from you.
Well, I get on Twitter when I'm sitting on the can. I bring out my phone and look on Twitter.
Well, that's good. That's a picture I don't want.
So
Gracie was looking for her mom yesterday. Walked by, I got a bathroom right across the hall from my office.
Yeah.
And Grace come walking by, and there I sat. Looked at her. Oh, this isn't good. I know.
So
go ahead.
On Twitter, Lynn Wood says, I am getting ready to teach Joe Biden a lesson he will never forget. He falsely accused a 17-year-old boy and prejudiced Kyle's legal rights. Formal demand for public retraction is being prepared for Biden-Harris campaign on behalf of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Did he do that during the debate? When did he do that?
I believe he did, but there was so much going on back and forth, rapid fire, I didn't catch up. And besides that, I was about half drunk. Anyway, I also hereby demand that Joe Biden immediately retract his false accusation that Kyle is a white supremacist and militia member responsible for violence in Kenosha. So.
Okay, blah, 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 blah. But where was that? When was that? What did he say? And what had Biden said that Kyle Rittenhouse was blah, 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 white supremacists and all this stuff? Where was that from? I don't think you have the entire story there, and I'd like to hear the rest of that story.
Well,
that sound like a Paul Harvey thing, didn't it? Yeah. I'd like to hear the rest of the story.
Now, he did flat out get something wrong about Kellyanne Conway last night.
Yeah, he did. And who's giving him grief about it today? Kellyanne Conway.
So she wrote, "Hey, Joe, thanks for the shout out, creepy, sleepy, weepy Joe, but you lied and don't sniff my hair either." So apparently he said that he attributed a quote to Kellyanne Conway that rioting.
Yeah, because Donald had said, well, who said that? So, well, one of your people. Which one? Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah, so
apparently Donald said, I don't believe she said that.
Apparently he said something that Kellyanne Conway said that rioting in the streets is good for Trump.
Mark.
And so
Mark, good for all of us.
Yeah, and she did not. And there's video out there that where he kind of misconstrued what she may or may not have said. So there's that out there today as the fact checking continues today.
And boy, does it ever.
Yeah.
By the way, good morning. I have a good morning. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, buddy.
Moby and Mitchell here, the Moby and Mitchell radio program. But I knew when I woke up this morning, feeling like I felt that this was not going to be something where I would look back on fondly. I was really looking forward to, Stephen, so were you, this debate last night. I was looking forward to this debate. And now I look forward to Kamala and Mike Pence's debate next Tuesday night. By the way, the Cleveland Clinic, it was called that last night, too. Did you hear the term Cleveland Clinic?
You were right. I was wrong.
I wasn't really going for that, but it was the Cleveland Clinic.
You're right.
And the Cleveland Clinic isn't the name of the hospital, although it may be the name of the hospital. Yeah. I don't know, but whatever. But when I said Cleveland Clinic, you carried her on like I was stupid.
Well, I know, but I was wrong.
Yeah, wait a minute. Do that again. Well, I know you carried on like I was stupid.
I was wrong.
I knew what I knew.
You were right. I was wrong.
Oh yeah, I hate it when you do that. But
Okay,
just,
fine. All right.
I wish just don't do that. But whatever. There was something else I was right about yesterday.
Commercials.
Yeah, that's it.
You were right.
No,
I was wrong.
and you again, you absolutely said no. There's going to be commercials. Yeah, they're lining up to advertise on this
Well,
thing.
I was wrong.
Yeah, there were no. Where did you hear there was going to be commercials?
Occasionally, I am wrong.
But is this the first time
wrong.
it's been twice in one day?
I know it's rare. It happens, but don't get used to it.
But it was you need to do your damn homework, boy. Raymond Bernal says, I believe Trump's actions last night were to throw off Biden and really agitate him so that he would react on record and initiate confusion given Biden's obvious state of mind. Maybe so. Maybe so. But you know what? If Donald had just kept his pie hole still for a little bit, and give Joe some time to what did I hear on the news? Flail. That was the word I heard.
Yeah,
flail. Let Biden flail. Go ahead, get him going about something and just back up and let him talk. Let him flail, because that Biden would have much more likely stepped on his pecker if that had been what Trump had done. And I really was watching to watch Biden step on his pecker. I would have seen it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, throw Biden off. And the deal with Biden's son, Bo Biden, that died of cancer. That was bad. And his son Hunter, did he not get kicked out of the Navy?
Yes.
Kicked out of the military.
Yes, he did.
And he was a druggie. He was involved in drugs. And Joe, to Joe's credit, defended his son and said he loved him and he was proud of him for beating the downer addiction that he had. I don't know what he was addicted to, some kind of drug.
Cocaine. It was cocaine.
What? Was it cocaine?
Yeah, I believe so.
Don't say that too, because you were wrong twice yesterday. I don't think it was cocaine.
Whatever.
Yeah, man, come on, tell me right there in your heart, in your heart. You thought, oh my God, not again, didn't you? Didn't you? Yeah.
I believe it was cocaine.
It might well have been, but I don't believe it was. What was it? This is Hunter. This was Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
What was he addicted to?
So, but anyway,
was Bo Biden the good son?
Bo was the good son. Yes.
Yeah, and Bo got taken home by the good Lord above because the Lord above saying, I ain't going to put that.
And Hunter was the one that knocked up the stripper.
In Moscow?
No, not knocked up the stripper in Washington D.C. and refused
from the Gentleman's Club in Washington.
Yes, D.C. excuse me, and refused paternity until he was forced to hand over his DNA, and then proving that he was the father.
There you go. Yeah, it was yours, all right.
There's a good son and there's a bad son, and there you go.
Normally, when you debate, the same question is asked to both candidates. I felt like Biden's questions were tailor-made to help him. Joanna Pate Stansel said that. I didn't get that feeling. Did you, Steve? Question A asked to Trump, and then question A also asked to Biden. Same question. How you get the answer for each question, I guess. But neither of the litigants would be quiet long enough to hear the other answer. It got to be just confusing and hard to listen to at all.
Well, there were some on social media who were saying that Chris Wallace was kind of helping out Biden by repeating his health plan back to him, kind of prompting him, reminding him.
Did you get that feeling?
Actually, Chris Wallace did kind of prompt Joe Biden as to what his health plan was. So, it was a cluster.
Do you agree with me then?
Yeah.
That if he could have had the choice last night, Chris Wallace, who is a brilliantly professional moderator, would have rather been anywhere else.
Well,
he was.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
Don't you think he would have bailed on that, like I say, in the first 90 seconds or so, 2 minutes at the most? He'd say, "Good God, what I got myself into now."
Well, yes and no.
He's a tremendous moderator. He really is. He does a good job, and I think he did a good job last night. And I didn't feel him leaning toward either side. Apparently you felt that he was leaning toward Biden. And you said to me that he's a Democrat. Chris Wallace is a Democrat. Oh yeah.
He's a
Everybody knows he's a Democrat. Everybody, what do you think about Moby?
He's in the media, so of course he's a Democrat. You kidding?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not kidding.
No, yeah, he is.
President Trump had to. Who's this? Donald Philip Hofstadter. Man, that's a new name. Donald Philip Hofstadter. President Trump had to debate Biden and Wallace.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man.
It's funny, but I don't necessarily agree, but Steve would agree with you. That's okay. So you were about to say something, and I wouldn't shut up, but I've shut up now.
That's all right.
No, come on.
No, that's all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Well, I know you're good. You're great, Steve.
I am.
You have a new police shirt on today.
Yeah, I do. How about that?
That's nice. That's really nice.
It's a
right there.
windbreaker.
The last nice shirt like that you had on, I complimented it. And matter of fact, one of the neighbors here complimented your shirt earlier. I'd already complimented your shirt. I love that shirt, your windbreaker shirt.
Thank you.
And the last time I complimented something you were wearing, you bought me one.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So now you're going to guilt me into buying you one too.
No, God,
no, you wouldn't do that.
Steve,
no.
You come on and have Thanksgiving with us. We'll be
there you go.
You don't have to bring it. You can go ahead and eat that. You can have an entire serving of Mary Beth's sweet potato casserole.
That's pretty funny.
That's
All
good
right.
stuff.
Can I take some home with me? All right.
No, hell no. You know what? Because my in-laws are going to be there.
Okay.
You do know that.
Yeah.
Betty and Jim.
I do. Yeah.
She's 83. He's 93. And if he makes it till Thanksgiving, well, we're praying that he does. In any event, he always gets a little bit of the sweet potato casserole to take home with him.
Okay.
He gets some of the leftovers. Okay, which I'm not a big fan of because I wish I had all the sweet potato casserole leftovers. Because honestly, I'd much rather give you a serving of it to take home than him. But I don't get that choice.
Well, that's all right, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Are you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
today's it's today's Wednesday. I almost said today's Thursday because I was working on some Thursday stuff a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me doing it too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, okay. I almost said today. Well, today's Thursday.
I heard you making your art.
No, I was just doing the oldie show in Delta Country, Mississippi. Okay, so okie dokie, daggum, man. Anyhow, I sure felt weary today. I think that's a good way to put it. I felt weary thinking back on the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it weirded me out. I was dang. Anyhow.
Well, as I mentioned to you the other day, don't be depressed. Don't let it get you down. You got to pace yourself because there will be good days.
There'll be lots of stuff to be pissed off about later on during the campaign.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
Okay.
There will be many other days like this.
Many things to be PO'd about
Yes.
later on in the
Indeed.
campaign. Alan Cofield says, "Hi everyone." Hey, Alan. Okay. So, by the way, Patrick Mahomes,
Yes.
Super Bowl MVP from last year.
Mm-hmm.
His mama has asked anytime his mama's involved, anybody's mama, when you say, well, his mama said, whoa, what mama had to say? Well, ESP announcers have apologized after Patrick Mahomes' mama said that they needed to quit calling him Pat. She didn't name him Pat. She named him Patrick, damn it.
Oh.
And that's his name. And that's what you all will call him is Patrick Mahomes, not Pat.
Oh.
Well, don't be pissing off mama. Don't mess with the Super Bowl MVP's mama.
Don't piss off mama. Did you know that he is so rich they gave him part ownership of that team?
Really?
Yes.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he is.
They didn't offer me any of it. Did you get offered a piece?
No. That young man is set for life, and he's pretty damn good too on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. I mean, who was it was saying? Hang on, I'm trying to think. Maybe it was him that was at a dinner and some female was there, comedian, I don't know, said, "Oh, you're so good, Patrick." I think it was Patrick Mahomes. I may be totally wrong about this, but some female was there on speaking. She was on mic, and she was talking to him. She said, "God, you're so great. You're so good." She said, you're like the Tom Brady of and of whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do not. Sorry, dude.
Do not.
Sorry.
Okay, never mind. Somebody else will. They'll tell us about
All right,
it.
good. All right, then.
I think everyone was disappointed with the debate last night. Joanna Pate Stansel, boy, I can't imagine not being disappointed. And the TV news anchors this morning, they're trying to look for something good to say about it last night. Even, and if for Biden, you'd think that the major network news anchors would have had something good to say about him last night, but he really didn't. And he's off on a train trip right now with him and Jill Biden. She was speaking earlier and he was speaking earlier, and I listened to him speak. It was the first candidate I heard in the wake of the debate saying anything, and that was him. He, of course, was real proud of his performance last night. And I don't see how or why. But anyhow,
well,
ain't no but
pace yourself, dude. It's gonna be a bumpy, however many days we have.
Like 3 or 4 more weeks.
Yeah.
Today
It's
is.
just 3 weeks to the election, and then after that, and point for Trump on this. He is correct. It's going to be, he may be correct. It could be months before we know the outcome of things. Now that is depressing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So
don't worry about me. I'll just sit over here. I'll just have the fish. Don't worry about me. I think everyone was disappointed with the debate last night. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen. Hallelujah. You know, it's time to take a break.
Well, all righty then.
I mean, I just happened to glance up and see what time it was. And I noticed that my producer wasn't letting us know. That's you. You're supposed to produce. You're supposed to produce.
I'm producing over here. You know what I was doing in the last few moments while we were talking? I was multitasking. I put up on the Moby and Mitchell Facebook page for everybody to see the
Biden hiding his war.
The picture of the video, the blown up video.
12-second video.
12-second video of Joe Biden adjusting the wire.
The wire.
Yeah.
Do you think that went to a hearing device?
Well,
yeah. Is that what you think? No, I'm serious. Do you think it went to a hearing device?
Well,
what else would it go to?
I have maybe a electrode going to his brain. Other than that, I don't know.
Far up his brain, I don't know. Might be a hearing device.
You know, you never can tell. So
maybe somebody was whispering stuff to him. But if it was, it must have been stuff he couldn't hear because Trump wouldn't shut up enough to. Joe put his hand up to his ear and go, "Shh, Donald, please."
By the way, one of the other things that Joe Biden told a big fat lie about last night, he says, "I don't support the Green New Deal." Well, there's there's this thing called video, Joe, of him actually
tape recorders
of him saying, "I support the new Green Deal," and the Washington Post reported on it in the past. He did support the Green New Deal.
Yes, he said, Joe, you might have forgotten. We got tape recorders.
So, hello. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Then.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this, shall we? Back in 2 minutes.
I tried to get you to do it a while ago, and I couldn't get you to shut up and just dang do it.
Okay, my fault.
Why don't you just do it, dude?
I'll take the blame.
Your fault again. Is that 3?
Okay. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're all live video on all of them, and we're live on fistfulofradio.com. We're back in 2 minutes.
CBD, it comes in lots of different forms, and it can help you with your anxiety, inflammation, lots of other stuff. Tinctures, CBD oil, topicals, vapes, gummies, pre-rolled hemp joints. That's right, the hemp flower. Smoke them if you got them. CBD hemp flower by the quarter. You can get all of that and more at the Georgia Hemp Company. They are located in Sandy Springs, but you do not have to go there in order to get their fine products. You can order online at thegeorgiahempcompany.com. Thegeorgiahempcompany.com. Use the promo code RICH10 at checkout and get 10% off, or visit them in Sandy Springs at 290 Hildebrand, just north of 285 off of Roswell Road. TheGeorgiaHempCompany.com. Use the promo code RICH10 at checkout for 10% off.
I'm Herschel Walker. I've known Donald Trump for 37 years. He keeps right on fighting to improve the lives of Black Americans. He worked night and day. He never stops. He leaves nothing on the field.
My name is Vernon Jones, and I'm a lifelong Democrat. And I'm part of a large and growing segment of the Black community who are independent thinkers, and we believe that Donald Trump is the president that America needs to lead us forward. Joe Biden has had 47 years to produce results, but he's been all talk and no action, just like so many of the Democrats who've been making promises to the Black voters for decades.
He has accomplished so much almost all by himself on a constant attack. But there's still more work to be done. If you love America and want to make it better, Donald Trump is your president. He's my president, and I'm blessed to call him friend.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Donald J. Trump for President Incorporated.
Hey, this is Rich Sullivan. Hope you'll check out the opening act with Billy and Sully weekday mornings right here on fistfulofradio.com from 7 to 9.
Bass legs there, man.
Here, baby. Hey, if you want to call us, we have a phone number. Operator is standing by. That'd be me. Mr. Moby, what's that number?
In a minute, I'm listening. I thought somebody was about to start singing. It sounded like, but they ain't singing. They ain't singing.
Nope.
That number is 855-556 Moby.
What's that number again?
855-556 Moby. Biden said Antifa.
85.
Wait, I'll get back.
All right.
And Biden said Antifa is an idea. and not a group.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Antifa. But the bass player for Antifa, that's him we're listening to now. Isn't it? Dum, 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 bum, 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 dum, dum. That's the bass player for Antifa right there. Anyhow, 855-556-6629.
That's a number right there.
855-55. 6 Moby, everybody.
Yeah. No, Antifa is more than an idea. It's an organization. By organization, I mean organized ideas.
Who are those? They're all black clothed hoodlums. Is that not Antifa?
That's Antifa, baby.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought it was Antifa.
Yeah.
Black clothed hoodlums.
Yep.
Okay. Scary looking. You talk about things scary. That's scary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, gangsters are scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. Yeah. I'm thinking that some of these Antifa people would just soon come up and cut your throat and leave you laying in a bloody pile.
Oh yeah, and a lot of them are women. Very angry.
Well,
women.
they're the ones you could kick their ass.
A lot of them are very angry women.
Yeah, not a lot of them. Hell, all of them are angry.
Yeah. So
okay, I got a little. We could perhaps do a soapbox today.
Okay.
We have maybe not. We'll talk because we're a half hour into an hour and a half show. 2 hours. We only got an hour and a half left. We only got a Biden debate left, a Biden Trump debate left, and lengthwise, because only 90 minutes is all we got left.
Okay.
That's the debate, isn't it?
We're a couple of debaters.
Yeah, this is long but worth reading, and she has it right on. The woman who researched and wrote this lives in Sedona. It's California, isn't it? Sedona?
Sounds right. Yeah.
Sounds like Southern California. And it is a retired lawyer, she is. She writes in simple language as a former Democrat to all Democrats in general. It's cool. Worth hearing.
All right, then.
But maybe not now. Hello, you all. Mary Lynn K. McMichael. Hey, baby. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, my God. All right, everybody. Did you hear that Alan Jackson? You've met Alan, yes?
I have.
He is such a good guy.
He's a good boy.
Alan Jackson is the only recording artist of any stature at all that ever asked me to sing. It was down in oh God, where's he from? Noonan, Georgia. It was on a football field in Noonan, Georgia. His bus was parked over to the side. It's going to be an Alan Jackson show, and it's during deer season, so I'm in camo because I'm going to go from the concert to the deer camp. And okay, but I was getting ready to introduce Alan Jackson. The stage manager comes up and says, "Alan asked if you know God Bless America." And I said, "Well, yeah, I do." He said, "Well, he wants to know if you'd sing it." You're kidding. And no, he wasn't. He wanted me to say, okay. So, I just reared back and did it. And it wasn't God Bless America. I don't remember what it was. Okay, well, what it was a patriotic song. And Alan's a very patriotic man.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted me to do that. And I thought maybe that somebody had set the stage manager up to do that. And at the Lakewood Amphitheater, a few months thereafter, I was emceeing an Alan Jackson show. And I was backstage with him. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, back during the Noonan show here a few months ago, I said, did you send word to the stage for me to sing something patriotic? He said, yeah, I did. Did you mind? I said, no, hell no. I just couldn't believe you would set your standards so low. But anyhow, he did.
Cool.
You want to hear it now?
No. I want to hear the story you were fixing to tell about Alan Johnson.
Oh, okay. He's selling his house.
For how much?
In Nashville. Well, see, if you want to buy Alan Jackson's house in Nashville, it's a little under 4.5 acres on the hilltop in Nashville behind a gate. Doesn't sound like much deer property. Okay, just 4.5 acres and all. There ain't much there. You can put a feeder up, but okay. You can have it Alan Jackson's house for a mere, you said how much, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
$23 million.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'll lowball him later today. We're going to make an offer. How big is it, you might ask? It is a 5-bedroom, 8-bathroom estate.
Damn.
On a hilltop in Nashville. I wonder if he ever invites any of his Noonan people up to visit with him. I mean,
wow.
Nice guy, good guy.
Well, all of his daughters now are married and out of the house.
They're gone, yeah. Well, just like Foxworthy's daughters, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're out of there. Okay.
So
and Alan's got 4.5 acres. And Foxworthy's got a real nice farm down on the south side.
Mm-hmm.
That one I've been invited to deer hunt. And Alan's, I can't imagine he's got much deer on his place. Just saying.
Everybody's
23 million. So if you're going to lowball him, think I'll offer you $2 million.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that, pal.
Well, I mean, me and Alan get along. Well, you know, he's asked me to sing for him before. I
Yeah,
told you
but
that story.
Alan ain't stupid.
No, he's not. Boy, sure got skinny legs. So him and Dwight Yoakam both skinny legs.
Big tall boy.
Yeah, buddy. Nice guy.
Yep.
And there was a guy had won the. He and his wife got to get up on Alan's bus. I was sitting on the bus talking to Alan, and the guy it was a prize winner, and got to get up on the bus and visit with Alan Jackson, and this was after the show. And the guy walked up and said, "Alan, I sure enjoy your show." And Alan said, "Well, thank you." He said, "You remind me so much of Hank Williams Sr." I'll never forget the quote. Alan Jackson says, "Well, that's mighty high praise." He kind of lowered his head. Alan did, and looked up from under his cowboy hat that he still had on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mighty high praise. Remind me of Hank Sr.
I don't believe I've ever seen him without a hat on, that cowboy hat on. Yeah. I don't know that I would recognize him without that hat.
You see
on.
Kenny Chesney without a hat.
I don't think
seldom, but when you do see him without a hat, you notice he's bald as hell.
And that's why he wears that hat.
That's why he wears that hat. You know what? For Christmas, I'm gonna get you a hat. If I got you a hat, would you wear it?
I've ordered a hat. I'm waiting for it.
Okay.
And
Cowboy hat?
No, a ball cap. And guess what it's got on it? It's got on an American flag with a blue stripe on it.
Oh, well, you got several of those. That's good. That's past pro police.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Joanna Pate Stansel said, "I would call both of you master debaters."
Well,
take the duh out of it.
We put the duh in debater.
Master debater. Take the duh out of it. Master.
We get it. We get it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Fine. By the way, I heard.
So I was insinuating masturbators.
We got that. We got that. By the way, I heard
about. By the way, what?
I heard about Alan Jackson's house. That gate is it's manned 24 hours a day. The gate around Alan Jackson's house.
The gate don't go around his house. The fence does.
Well, you know what I mean.
The gate just goes. That's the driveway. Goes
right.
Up,
Right.
Goes through
The fence around his house, but there's a gate that's manned 24 hours a day.
And is that gate not made out of like driftwood or sticks? It's wood. It's a wooden gate. That's man-made gate kind of thing.
Yeah,
I believe.
I don't know, but it's not your average.
Where'd you hear that?
I think I read a story. The headline that says the gate is manned 24 hours a day. So yeah, so not
you know what it says on the side of his mailbox. I saw a picture of Alan. He was leaned up against his mailbox with leaned his butt into the mailbox with his foot up on it.
What did it say?
And on the side of the mailbox it said "The Real World."
Oh,
man. Alan had a song, had a big hit record called "Here in the Real World."
Yeah.
And that's what it said there.
Okay. I love some Alan Jackson. We need, you know what? I wish, I hate it. That country radio doesn't want to play him anymore.
Him or any of the other good. George Strait, for instance. George Strait had an album called 51 number ones or 50 number ones or something.
Yeah.
And every song on that double album set was number one.
Yeah.
And George Strait doesn't get played much anymore.
Nah.
But you got at least these punks. You saw them on the ACM awards and stuff. Punks.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I country music has changed a lot. It really has.
And now we sound like a bunch of old timers, but damn it, I don't care. Alan Jackson needs to be on country radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. That little editorializing.
And no wah-wah pedals.
Name me
too damn much wah-wah pedal.
Name me one.
These days.
I'll bet you if you listen to anything on country radio right now, you will not find more than one song that has a fiddle or a steel guitar on it.
That's right. Banjos are just out of question.
Oh yeah, way to go.
Yeah.
And long as we're talking about country music, R.I.P. Mac Davis.
Oh yeah, and Helen Reddy. Both they died yesterday, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mac Davis, baby, don't get hooked on me.
Yep.
Just use you and I'll set you free. You baby, don't get hooked on me.
Great songwriter.
Yeah, buddy.
Wrote
hits. Yeah, he wrote In the Ghetto, did he not?
In the Ghetto for Elvis.
In the Ghetto.
I Googled it earlier. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, you did. But Helen Reddy died yesterday too, and they were just about the same age.
78.
Yeah.
It's hard to be humble.
Both of them were 78 years old. Is that right?
Yep. Mac Davis.
Mac Davis wrote, "Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble."
Yep.
Sing with me, Steve.
No.
When you're perfect in every way.
Yep.
What?
In the Ghetto? Did you say In the Ghetto? Yeah, you did.
I did.
Right.
And I was singing "It's Hard to Be Humble," and Mac Davis wrote that too. And
That's
I wanted
right.
you to join in. And
No, man, only one singer at a time
oh
is enough.
Lord, it's hard to be. We could have been a duet. We could have been a duet, Steve. We could make it in the Opry. We could go to the Opry, baby.
No, it's all right.
We got up in the Ryman. We got up in the Mother Church.
We can go to the Opry. We'll just sit out in the
No, I want to be part of the show. No. Mac Davis penned the B-side to Helen Reddy's "I Don't Know How to Love Him."
I didn't know that. I'll be damned.
I didn't either. Mac Davis penned the B-side of Helen Reddy's "I Don't Know How to Love Him," and "I Don't Know How to Love Him." Was that not in Jesus Christ Superstar?
Yes, you're right. Correct. Correct.
They say good. Rob War said, "I'll sing with you." Thank you, Rob. You should too. Rob War's brother was one of my very best friends in my entire life. Rob War, Bill Moffitt was Rob War's brother.
I'll be damned.
And you know what I didn't do? That's one. You've the things in your life that you should have done that you didn't, and you always feel bad that you didn't. Was Bill Moffitt's funeral? I didn't go. I didn't go to Texas. It would have been in Texas. I'd had to go to Houston, and I didn't, and I couldn't get there, and I didn't, and I really wish I had. I hate that. But anyhow, Rob, tell your family, tell Michaeline, that was Bill's wife, that I said I really, really feel bad about not going to that funeral. Never mind. Remember Country Gold Saturday night?
Oh yeah,
right. Saturday night on Kicks. Well, Mac was great because he was a brilliant classic country music.
He did that show for over 20 years on Kicks.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a classic country show every morning right now. Right. I mean, seriously, let's see here. There's Bellamy Brothers for All the Wrong Reasons. Merle Haggard, Moving On. Yeah, this was on this morning show. Patsy Cline, I Fall to Pieces.
Great song.
Yeah. And then they'll throw you a curveball and get the Eagles' Lion Eyes. And
that's a classic. That belongs. That belongs.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Classic country.
Yes,
classic
it does.
Country, Steve. It does not.
Yes, it's a Lion Eyes by the Eagles is a country song.
And I go, you're full of Pelosi.
Well, that's fine. You'd be wrong, but that's all right.
Joanna Pate Stansel. No, I would not be wrong. Stop.
Welcome to the
Joanna Pate Stansel. I loved that show. I was trying to remember who hosted it. Mac Berry.
Yeah.
Okay, man, and a great guy too. Goofy looking son of a gun, but I loved him.
Well, then
he sure knew everything that was to be known about classic country music, and he would tell you in a heartbeat. Although he's dead now, but he would.
I didn't know that.
Well, there you go. But yes, he is.
But
he would tell you too that the Eagles did not belong on classic country.
Welcome back to the Bickersons.
I know.
I'm Mr. Bickerson. That's Ms. Bickerson over there.
Rob War said you were there in spirit. I know. I sincerely felt bad about that. I didn't go to Houston, Texas to Bill Moffitt's funeral. Moffitt was. You've heard him on the radio.
Sure, yeah.
Matter of fact, he was the image voice for Kicks for a long time. But he was the one. He get a Sunday. He's
that guy. Yeah,
he's that guy. He was such a great guy. God Almighty. When we killed Glenn Campbell, it was me and Moffitt and Michael Stevens in the car.
What do you mean when you killed Glenn Campbell?
When we killed Glenn Campbell. I never told you that story.
No.
About the demise of Glenn Campbell.
No.
Do I have time? Give me a minute here.
All right.
Yeah, Rob, I'm sure you know this story. He's listening right now. By the way, Rob, thanks for listening, bud. I'd been to a teen club for a Moby appearance at this club. And it was like, I don't know, 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, way outside of Houston, Texas. Michael Stevens was with Atlantic Records. He was in the back seat. He used to do the afternoon show on 97 Rock. And Moffitt was promotions director, best promotions director I ever worked with. My God, he was great. We gave away new Corvettes. We gave away new Trans Ams. I mean, great. But in any event, we were coming back from this Moby event, someplace out in what we used to call Bubbaville. Because you see a group of people standing at a service station, you pull up and roll your window down and say, "Hey, Bubba." If more than three of them went, "What?"
I got you.
You're there.
That's funny.
Okay. So we're listening to the radio, and just an oldie station, I guess. Lady named Helen Stone was the air personality who worked on Saturday nights, overnights. It's not really a prestigious radio gig, but Moffat called the request line over at this radio station and said, "Yeah, how old was Glenn Campbell anyhow?" And she said, "Was?" And he said, "Oh yeah, you didn't. Glenn Campbell was killed tonight. You didn't hear about that?" And so at the end of that, he was calling to request some Glenn Campbell music. And when she hung up with him, she gets on the radio. She says, "Well, I have just heard, and I don't have it confirmed, but Glenn Campbell, rumor has it, was killed this evening." So Moffat picks up his phone, hands it to him, and says, "Here you go, Moby. Confirm it for us." I said, "Okay." So, "Oh, hi there. Yeah, my wife and I were just listening to your show. Good show, by the way. We were listening to your show, and you talking about Glenn Campbell. You thought it was good. Oh, yeah, it was on CNN a while ago.
Oh,
Glenn
my
Campbell
God.
was killed this evening in a fiery head-on collision. He was 49 years old. Blah blah." I gave her all the information that she was looking for, and she obviously was taking notes because at the end of that record, she gets on and starts doing the obituary for Glenn Campbell. And it goes off into Galveston, oh Galveston. By the time I get to, oh man. And so the next day on the radio, I get on there and talk about that. She sued me, man.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. She said I was intimidated by her upward spiraling radio career, and I wanted to do something to pull her back down. I said, "No, you're an idiot. What you did was you went on the air with some stuff that came out of the dark of the night on your request line. You didn't know that was true or not, but you went on the radio with it, you freaking moron." Sued me, and won.
And won?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's, the original judgment was like $250,000 in damages that I lost. Oh yeah.
And then what was the
And
final
then
resolution?
the attorney, wait a minute. And then her attorney and my attorney got together. They said that doesn't make any sense at all. So they negotiated down to like, 10,000, 20,000, ever how much it was. So she sues both of those attorneys. she wanted her damn money. Okay. So I never had told you that story.
No, I have not heard that story.
Well, there it was. It could have been a much longer story. So I was trying to abbreviate the length of it because we're late. Look at this. It's 18. I'm waiting for my producer to tell me why.
Oh, no,
it's
that
time
was
to
a
take
good one.
break.
Moby gets, anytime Moby gets sued and loses, I want to hear that.
Anytime I take it in the shorts, anytime I take it in the ass, I get it. Okay. Yeah. You want to hear about that. Yeah. Moby lost one, did he?
Yeah.
Steve, I've lost many of them. In the course of my life, I have.
And just add that to the long list of stories about why some people think Moby's an asshole. There you go.
Why is that?
Well, because you.
Why? No, wait. That's not why they think I'm an asshole. They may think I'm an asshole, but it's not because of stories like that. That's the good guys winning in their wake. Okay.
By the way, did that story? I wonder if that ever got back to Glenn Campbell. Did he ever know your name because of that?
Well, I'll tell you. Wait a minute, I'll tell you the story.
Wait a minute. That's a teaser. Hold on to that, and then you will reveal that after we take this 2-minute break. How about that?
Okay, but I need to remember that the black dude had a talk show. Arsenio Hall.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hold that.
Arsenio Hall had something to do with it.
All right. Hold that. We will resume in 2 minutes here on fistfulofradio.com.
Waterproofing. It's not dry till it's ever dry. If your basement's damp, don't take a chance. Call EverDry Waterproofing. If your crawl space is wet, one call and you're set. Call EverDry Waterproofing. Call EverDry today. We make the moisture go away. Go to EverDryAtlanta.com. Okay. EverDry Waterproofing. It's not dry till it's ever dry.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Here we go.
1-877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1-877 cars for kids.
Stop it.
Donate your car today.
1-877 cars for kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Will you
Also
shut up,
on
man?
the web at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
I was singing harmony. Did you hear that? See, hey,
I heard you.
I was singing harmony.
Yeah.
I was adding a third part there at the end.
Yeah,
Did you hear that?
got your third part right here.
Yeah, I don't want no. We need a much larger part than that. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to Moby and Mitchell. Now, resume the story about
the demise of Glenn Campbell.
Killing Glenn Campbell and then getting Glenn Campbell's attention.
A couple years after that is the year that I got the ACM DJ of the Year Award, National DJ of the Year Award. I'm looking at it right now up on my account.
All right.
And but I mean, I'm really proud to have that. Glenn Campbell during that evening, it was live on CBS television, national TV, and holding my trophy up and everything. And Glenn Campbell won Artist of the Decade award that night.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go to him and tell him, hey, that was nice. Frankly, honestly, I didn't have the balls to do it. I could have done it. I could have easily done it. I just, nah, don't want to do that. It's a big night for him, big night for me. Why would I want to throw a turd in the punch bowl? Nah. So I know I didn't.
So in other words, you were pussed out.
Yeah, I pushed out. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And, it's not the first time I've been called a puss, but thank you. But I heard a lot of radio stories over the years, but this could be the best. Rob Warr, that's just about his brother. Yeah, oh yeah. But on Arsenio Hall, I had the talk show, and had Glenn Campbell on as a guest. God, this was 5-6 years after the story, and so Glenn Campbell's up and he's singing him and his guitar, and he sings a song. Then he moves over on the couch with Arsenio. The first words out of Arsenio Hall's mouth. The first thing, he didn't say, hey, Glenn, how you doing? Good to see you, Glenn. None of that. No. Glenn sits down and Arsenio says, you look pretty good for a dead guy.
Oh, God, that's funny.
And I said, I'm watching it. I said, hey, that's me. I did that. That was me. It was me what killed him. Okay.
That's funny, dude.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Don't
forget. I wonder when you go and you go to heaven, I think Glenn might be waiting on you.
Yeah, well, if he made it to heaven, there's not going to be no animosity.
Of course he made it to heaven.
Of course he did. Okay.
The question is whether you're going to make it to heaven.
No, that's not a question. I'll get there. The bottom line is, and what we was talking about yesterday, none of us know.
No, yeah.
None of us know what's true, what ain't true. None of us know. Okay. Rob Warr said, Bill Moffat's brother said, I've heard a lot of radio stories over the years, but this could be the best. Rob, really, I'm surprised. Do you still hang out with Michael Stevens at all? Michael could have told you the story because he was in the back seat. He didn't have anything to do with it except he was in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Michael would have wimped out too. Mike was real bad to wimp out on stuff. But Moffat and me, God almighty. Those were the days of ABC deep pocket promotional radio. When you could send a jet full of winners to London, a jet full of winners, where you're giving away 10 new Trans Ams.
Those days are long gone.
10 new Z28 Camaros, 10, five new Corvettes.
Yeah.
Didn't tell the story the other day about the delay, the 7-second delay.
Yeah, you told that a couple of times, but those days are long gone, folks. You'll never hear about that again.
Because big companies in the city of, say, Atlanta, for instance, most of the stations are owned by the same company.
Yeah.
So they don't have to compete with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to get the largest audience. I mean, they want people to listen, but it's not a big deal. They want people to listen. Who wins in the ratings, that's not a big deal for them because that they get to combine every piece of the pie, and that those are the ratings. And they don't care who wins or loses.
They're just trying.
Back in the day when you really did want to win, you had to get winners on the air staff, and I was always a winner. I never lost. And Moffat was what great it was working with Moffat was unbelievable because we did so many great things. Go ahead. Steve,
Now they're just trying to keep the transmitters turned on. That's all they want to do.
That's it. That's it. Because what winning in a ratings battle, that's nothing to them anymore.
Yeah.
It's not, because all the stations are. You find a city like size of Atlanta or Houston. There'll be only 2 or 3 owners for every station in the city.
Yep.
I know.
And they're not all that solvent. They're all the way the business is these days. All these radio companies are leveraged out to their.
Besides that, they owe more money than they can pay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're all leveraged out to Wall Street hedge funds. So
I didn't even know what that damn means.
that means they
I don't
owe
care.
Wall Street.
Nor do I care to know.
They owe Wall Street. So
wait a minute, you missed that part. Nor do I care to know.
yeah, I know.
Okay,
That's
Rob Warren, though, Bill Moffat's brother.
Mhm.
He said, I've heard a lot of radio stories, blah blah blah. He said, I've heard that story a million times, but I could hear it a million more. About killing Glenn Campbell. God, that was so funny.
You ought to write.
Killed him deader than a doornail.
You should write a book about your badass days.
There is a gentleman that's working on writing a book, and I hear from him occasionally. And
About
you?
you?
And he should speak.
About
Huh?
you? About you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All
And
right.
I try to remember his name right now, and I can't for the life of me right now. But he's been here at my house, and we've talked a lot. And we've talked about, and he remembered the Who show at the Astrodome in Atlanta when the British rock band The Who was on stage, and I was emceeing, and the Moby in the Morning program, rock and roll program, had launched a few months prior to that, and I got to get on stage in front of 50,000 people. And introduce myself. I was going to introduce The Who. And I said, hey, everybody, glad you're here. I'm Moby from 97 Rock. And you should have heard 50,000 people, Steve. You should have heard it. Oh, my God.
Well, they were on drugs. So,
Steve, I'm telling you,
I know.
seriously.
I've heard that sound too, but not in front of 50,000 people, but
Yeah, but to where, I've heard that sound. Now, you haven't heard that sound before. But I don't think I've ever met anybody else in my career that has ever heard that sound before. With 50,000 people screaming so loudly because they recognize you, that almost blows your hair back, the wind coming from the crowd, It was, wow, amazing. But anyhow, that's, what was the guy's name that's writing this book? God, I haven't heard from him in a month or two. Whatever. Anyhow, I'll get his name. I'll give it because I'd like you to talk to him too. He's talking to Trumper, the general manager from that radio
Oh, okay,
station
yeah.
I was just talking about. He's talking to several, Alan Sneed. He's talking to him.
Oh, okay. The Sneedster.
Yeah, Sneedster, AD. And, anyhow.
I wrote a book too, but I've yet to self-publish it.
I read your book.
You're in it because our paths.
I was mentioned in it. I
Oh,
was,
yeah,
and
you-
I was flattered that I was mentioned in it too.
You have a chapter. You're part of a chapter in there. Absolutely.
Part of a chapter. I think I've got an entire chapter, don't I?
Maybe so. I think you're part of a chapter.
If I
in
remember
there.
correctly, I think I'm the whole chapter.
Yeah.
And Titty Bar's part of that chapter. Part of that
Well,
book too.
yes.
Now that you wrote about yourself, you included it in your book.
Yeah. Well, I wrote about some things that nobody I've never mentioned in my life ever to anybody. So I was
certainly not when your mom was still living, because that would have killed her.
There's one thing in there that I've never mentioned to nobody ever. Not
Well, I've read
nobody.
your book. What was it?
Nope, I'm not saying.
When you're really on drugs and on the
Nope.
air in San Francisco,
No,
when you had to drive across the bridge and you were so stoned you could barely hold the car on the road.
Well, there's
that chapter, that part. I read that part.
When I was
I
high
can't
on
believe
mushrooms.
you shared that with your mama.
No, I was. I got called in at the last moment. I wasn't expecting to work that day, but
That's right. Yeah,
No,
you
but
called in. You were stoned. Oh, but
oh yeah, couldn't complete a sentence, but
that was part. That's part of your book, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I've been there before. During my rock and roll days, sure, in
Yeah.
Nashville, and you say, "Oh, Nashville, that's home of country music." And well, country music at that point was an export in Nashville, and only an export. And the radio stations there, the rock stations, was KDA FM, KDF. 100,000 watt FM rock station. Good God Almighty. That's where when Charlie was still partying. I mean, Charlie Daniels, that's when he came to me and he said, Moby, we did some things back in the 70s we don't talk about anymore. He was talking about KDF. I said, hell no, Charlie.
Nashville's got a good rock and
roll.
roll community too, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
All
right.
Here's Matt Ryan writing from West Virginia. Hey, Matt, the mayor of Belington, West Virginia. Mayor Matt, his honor, Matt Ryan, same name as our quarterback here, who's now too old to quarterback. Steve was saying yesterday that
he might be getting up there.
Yeah,
Might be
right,
time
right. That Matt Ryan needs to go away. Then not Mayor Matt, but quarterback, QB Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be time. Might be time.
Well, that's what Steve was firing him yesterday.
Well, I'm
Why?
It might
You're
be
just
time.
a bitter old fart.
Hey, takes one to know one.
No. I'm not bitter.
But you are an old fart.
I give you that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So.
Raymond Bernal said, can't remember stuff. Do you remember Biedenheimer's? What? Biedenheimer? Do you have Biedenheimer's? Bidenheimer's. I get it now. Trying to interpret what he was saying. Can't remember stuff. Do you have Bidenheimer's? I got it. Thank you. Yeah, okay. If I'd have pre-read that, it would have been funnier. But I was trying to interpret it. Oh, God.
So just talking about this little brief baseball news here. The Braves are in the top 3 of the Vegas odd makers, what the Vegas odds makers think that might win the World Series.
Well, not just go to the World Series, but win it.
Yeah. They're behind the Dodgers and the Padres, 3 top contending teams in the NFL that might possibly win the World Series. Now that the season's officially
NFL,
over.
NFL's football.
I'm sorry, NL.
Okay,
NL.
Well, Steve, that's 4 in 2 days. You do know that.
All right, NL, and the playoffs are going on right now. Yeah,
the playoffs are going on now, huh?
Yeah.
Well, they just started the regular season a couple weeks ago.
I know.
Okay.
It's weird, but so odds to win the World Series: Dodgers 7-2. Tampa Bay 7-1, and the Braves are 12-1. 12.
This is the 1-loss record.
Yeah, no, that's the odds. Odds.
I thought that was 1-loss record.
That's what the Vegas odds makers are giving. So
well,
and they
well, they're all drunk.
Well, no,
what?
They don't mess with the Vegas people.
Why?
By the way, the Vegas odds makers.
Screw the Vegas people.
The Vegas,
don't mess with the Vegas people. The Vegas people can wash their mouths.
The
off
Vegas odds makers call the election quite differently than the polls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe the polls. So let me guess. The Vegas odds makers will say, no, Trump's going to win it big time.
They do.
When you said they okay.
They see it quite differently.
Good day, Moby. Miss you, little buddy. I miss you, little buddy. That's what Matt Ryan. I'm twice his size. He said, Matt Ryan said, miss you, little buddy. I miss you too, man. Thinking about you the other day, this week, over the weekend. Ray Bernal said, ever noticed that MLB reversed as BLM?
Uh-oh.
Baseball? Well, no, there's some white players in baseball. Some of them without accents, really. Okay. So what are you doing now?
Hear about Disney laying off 28,000 employees?
Nope.
Yeah.
The mouse still got her job, didn't it?
Yeah. But for Disney to lay off 28,000 employees, that's pretty serious business news there.
I don't care who laid that many people off. It's serious business news.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because you as well. Because I worked on 2 different occasions. I worked for Disney. Back when ABC, when Disney bought ABC, I was working for them then, and would do broadcasts from Disney World. And during this period of time, you learned you don't say anything bad about the mouse.
Yeah.
Careful. Do not say anything bad about Mickey or Minnie, either one. Don't joke around about. Don't let Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse be the punchline to any joke that you tell on the radio, because you will hear about it from the corporate office. They will put a letter in your file.
To go along with all the others in your file.
All the other letters that go up in your file.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Do we need a break?
Yeah, let's do that, shall we?
It's up to you. You're the producer.
Okay, 2 minutes. We're going to take a 2-minute break and be back on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitter and fistfulofradio.com. Back in 2.
If you served honorably in our nation's armed forces and you're looking for a way to continue serving your fellow veterans in your community, then join AMVETS. Each year, AMVETS members volunteer millions of hours at VA healthcare facilities from coast to coast, helping to improve the lives of their fellow veterans through the VA Voluntary Services Program. AMVETS posts and departments also participate in a wide variety of community service projects, ranging from Americanism in our schools to supporting the Special Olympics and Boy Scouts of America. If you no longer wear the uniform today, you can still serve through the AMVETS by joining today at amvets.org.
Would you like to know the best places to invest your money post-coronavirus? We put together a guide, 7 stocks to own for the next year going into 2021. There are some great ideas in here that you may not have heard before, and ways that you can additionally save money in income taxes if you put the best strategy together today. Go to oxygenfinancial.com and get our free guide, 7 stocks that you should own right now Go to oxygenfinancial.com today.
Waterproofing, it's not dry till it's ever dry. Hey Atlanta, Shannon Burke here. Now that the flood watches have expired and the sun is back, it's time to address that leaky basement. The amount of rain Atlanta gets this time of year should have you paying attention to moisture in your home. Call the guys that I call, EverDry. As you know, moisture and water in your basement today can lead to foundation issues tomorrow, not to mention mold and mildew. The health of your family could be at stake. Have the guys from EverDry come out and conduct a free basement inspection today. Their patented process seals and encapsulates your basement and keeps it dry for years to come. Call them today, 678-741-2900, or check them out online at everdryatlanta.com. It's 678-741-2900 for EverDry Waterproofing, and tell them Shannon Burke sent you. EverDry Waterproofing, it's not dry till it's ever
dry. Yeah, baby. Turn it up, Steve. Man, let's listen to this fiddle music. Wow. I love fiddles. Thank you, Steve. Are you listening at all?
I am trying not to.
Oh, what? Trying not to? Okay. Well, I'm not. I do not have the live camera on. There we go. There's the live camera. Because you were looking down at. You had your finger in your butt and your mind in Arkansas. There was trying to.
What? All right.
That's something Daddy used to say.
Here's a whole nother hour of this on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and fistfulofradio.com.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. And you can call anytime, 855-556-MOBY. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, baby.
Uh-huh.
That's it, son. Gracie just come walking in. It's free pie night, Charlie. So
Oh,
we may be
boy.
going for a free piece of pie. Yeah, baby. Okay. Tom Walsh doing the break there. Tom Walsh wrote in. You know what? We was on the break right then, and you played 2 minutes of commercials, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a minute and 50 seconds into the commercials, I realized, dang, I really needed to pee on this. It's too late now. Oh, well.
Well, hold
I'm
it.
going to sit here and tie a knot in it. And hang on.
Yeah, tie a knot in it. Or
Okay.
just bring a big jug into the office.
Yeah. Big, well, not that big a jug.
Okay.
Tom Walsh said, Moby, you messed up. You messed up also, Moby. You said you were at the Astrodome in Atlanta announcing the Who. Did I say that? Steve, you were sitting right there. It got by you too,
It
didn't
went
it?
by me. Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention
Okay,
again.
I was Astrodome was in Houston. It's not. Is it still there? I don't think the Astrodome in Houston is still there.
I think. I don't know.
It may be because the where they play football, the Houston Texans. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. That's in a facility next to where the Astrodome used to be, and it may still be. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was in Houston, but buddy, I knew every back alleyway. I knew where all the titty bars were. I knew everything about Houston,
Okay.
Texas. God almighty. Rainbow Manal says, remember, Disney includes all 40 Disney companies, and it's 28,000 across the corporation. For all 40 Disney companies. How many people got fired, Steve? You were talking about
28,000.
the 28,000. So that
Yeah.
was the number. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and Chuck Page said, yes, it's still there. The Astrodome's still. Well, what the hell do they do with it now? They don't play football there. They don't play baseball there. What do they do with the Astrodome now? You ever been in the Astrodome?
I have not.
Man, I've done so many events in the Astrodome. Those Houston days were great days. I was much younger then. And between marriage number 1 and marriage number 2, that was a good period of time in my life. And chasing skirts around the city of Houston. Yeah. The pothole city of Houston, Texas. Wonderful. Go ahead. You tried to say something.
No, I'm good. We're ready to do this last hour here for today. And then we're ready for the weekend. I'm ready for it.
Ready for the week. Yeah, you're right. Because the next time the sun comes up, it's going to be Thursday. And then one more, it's Friday. Yay. It's the weekend then.
Yay.
You know what I miss, and you might too, because I was talking to a guy yesterday to say, "Oh, listen to the show." Talking to a lawyer buddy of mine. Well, that's a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
We became dear friends during that period of time. But anyhow, what kind of show do you do? You and this Mitchell guys? Well, it's kind of just a talk show. I says we don't play any records at all. It's no rock and roll, no country. We don't play any records, and I miss that. Do you not miss? First you've kind of run out of things to say, so you play the new one from wherever, whatever.
Yes and no.
Okay, what's the no? Because I do. I miss being a music playing disc jockey on the radio. And I've done that for a lot of years.
I don't miss it because when we get on a roll, sometimes I'm glad we don't have to stop and play a song.
That's when you needed a better program director that could understand. Oh, I wanted you to play a record, but I knew you guys were on a roll. I wasn't going to do anything to interrupt it.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy the freedom that if we are get to going back and forth and we become the Bickersons, I enjoy the fact that we can continue on with that thing. So
yeah, but I miss when Faith Hill comes out with a new record. I sure would like to play the new Faith Hill record. We can't do that.
Yeah,
we can't, and Whistle Britches. Oh heck, you don't even like her at all. Number one artist now, little blonde-headed girl, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I know you don't like her at all.
Yeah.
And she's a sweet girl, and she's just absolutely beat out everybody. Now the record of her number one songs and all that stuff, it surpasses anybody's record of number one songs. Good for her. And I'd love to play her record and reach out to her and get her on the telephone.
I'm sure you'd love to reach out to her.
I have reached out to her, Steve. These arms have held her.
I know you. I know what
you.
I know what you mean.
She didn't have any problem with you. No, you don't.
I know exactly what you mean.
Well, apparently you don't, because you're the dirty old fart. I don't. No,
yes,
but Taylor, she's a great girl. I miss being involved in country music. I miss country more than rock and roll.
Yeah,
because we are still, we're still. Moby, I used to listen to you on the radio. Well, we're still on the radio. Well, we are, but it's a different thing now. I'm getting notices here regarding Mac Davis passing away.
Yeah,
because classic country, that's Mac Davis.
Oh yeah,
and he died yesterday. He'd had heart surgery and he didn't really get over it. Is that right, Steve?
That's correct. Yes, had some kind of heart surgery,
and he didn't survive it. And then, ironically, at the same age, Mac Davis and Helen Reddy died the same day. They both died yesterday.
Yeah. So, they say things happen in threes. So be on the lookout for somebody else to go.
I ain't going. Well, but if Lord wants me, I'm ready. Let's go.
No, he don't want you. He don't want you.
Apparently not.
He's got his hands full up there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said it comes in threes, Mac Davis and Helen Reddy.
Yeah. So
what was Mac Davis's big song? The biggest he had several big
don't
songs.
Get hooked on me.
Baby, don't get hooked on me, because I'll just use you and I'll set you free. Oh, baby, don't get hooked on me. Did you know all those lyrics?
I did not, but it comes back to me.
Helen Reddy.
I am woman.
Yeah.
Hear me roar.
Huh?
Hear me roar.
Yeah, I know. That's right. And numbers too big to ignore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was an anthem.
Yeah, it was. Well, I used to sing too. I'd sing. I'd play the Helen Reddy song, and I'd be coming out of it on the radio and. I am strong. I am invincible. I am Moby. And people used to laugh at that. Oh boy! If I remember correctly, the Astrodome is where a lot of the Hurricane Katrina victims had to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they weren't using it for anything else. They put all them people that had the storm in New Orleans, have them come over there and hang out in the Astrodome.
Mm-hmm.
But keep them out of our nice stadium, because we use that one. Oh God. How smart are you? How much where are we at on time? Okay.
Yeah.
How many of your children math and science lessons do you remember today? I don't remember my math and science lessons today, but if the answer is barely any, you are not alone. You're not in the minority. Math and science. There was a survey done recently. 2,000 American parents found out the average parent these days has the math and science skills of an 11-year-old.
Wow.
If I thought I did, I'd be pretty impressed.
Wow.
11, huh? Yeah. I thought I'd be like a 4-year-old, but in many cases that's being generous. 42% of those surveyed said they would be lost trying to teach their child mathematics. Another 35% say it'd be just as hard to try to teach them science. And when I saw that, it made me remember when Grace was just a little girl, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, 5, 6 years old. I know, no, and that's not right. She was in her 3rd grade, is where she was. And she came into my office. I was sitting there working on the next day's program. And she said, Dad, I need help. I said, what, baby? What do you need? She said, no. She said, I need help with my homework. I said, okay. She said, oh, you can't help me, Daddy. It's math. So, oh, we got to wait on your mama, don't we? Okay. All right, fine. Okay, God Almighty. Well, man, there's a lot of things coming in here. If I remember correctly, the Astrodome is where Hurricane Katrina bit concerned. My favorite Mac Davis song is "Rock and Roll." I gave you the best years of my life. I don't, you know what? I remember the title, but I don't remember at all what it sounds like. And we could listen to it. We could have Alexa play it for us, but Facebook people would turn us off.
And so would YouTube. We would get flagged on YouTube, and we don't want to be flagged or flogged. Either one. So
we're not flogged. We're talking there. Yeah, well, not by you, mind you. Yeah.
We don't want to.
I keep thinking of that. The clothing, the very special clothing.
We don't want to break any rules. We
black,
want to
tight, and shiny. Why the black, tight, and shiny? I'm going to say that.
Is that your favorite movie, Black, Tight, and Shiny?
No. It's my favorite clothing and
apparel.
Yeah, feminine apparel. That's right. And feminine apparel. Black, tight, and shiny, and stilettos.
You want to hear a good story? A feel-good story?
Yeah, sure.
So an elderly pizza delivery man had been delivering pizzas up in Riverdale, Utah.
Stand by. He's 78 years old.
And you've heard this story.
Now, if that just, you could confirm his age. Is that how age
I believe he is 89.
89. Oh, so maybe it's a different story. Yeah. I heard. Go ahead.
He had been delivering pizzas up in Riverdale, Utah for a long time.
40 years.
And the local church up there decided to put together some donations from all the church members. And they pooled all their money and gave him a $12,000 tip. He's been delivering pizzas to everybody in the community up there for a long time. And so they decided to give this 89-year-old guy for Papa John's. He's been working for Papa John's for a long time, a $12,000 tip.
Okay.
How about that? Is that cool? Does that we need feel good stories these days? How about that? Huh? Does that make you feel good?
No.
It doesn't? Well, then you're just a crusty old fart then.
No, you're the crusty old fart. I'm the lazy SOB.
Okay, fine.
Thank you for don't mislabel me, man.
Thank you for being honest.
You're the crusty old fart.
Thank you for being honest for a change.
30-year-old Mexican man reported that his mother, no, negative. He reported to his mother. Take two. A 30-year-old Mexican man reported his own mother to the authorities for kicking him out of the house because he didn't want to get a job or didn't even want to help out with the chores around the house. He's 30 years old, still living with mama. This 30-year-old man, he narked on his own mother and aunt, her sister, at the Mexican prosecutor's office, accusing the two of them. Accusing them of assault and harassment. Assault, yeah. Man claimed that he was beaten out of the house by the two women who also threw water on him.
My goodness.
I know. What he failed to tell the authorities was, he didn't really give them the full story.
Imagine that.
And now Paul Harvey says, and now here's the rest of the story. Okay. Well, what he failed to tell the authorities was that he'd been living at his mama's house for several months free of charge without contributing to the family budget at all or even helping out with the chores. So they finally just whooped his ass and threw him out of the house. And that's where the term lazy SOB came from.
Oh, man. If you're living with your mama at you're 30 years old, you deserve to get your ass beat.
You are a lazy SOB.
Damn.
She might not be a B, but okay. All right. Oh, boy. What else you want to do?
Oh, man.
You know what? I know you all the time you talk about, you brag about Roxy. Oh, Roxy's trained. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. But there's a story here called Sniffing Out COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
The fight against the spread of COVID-19 is going to the dogs. Gee, what do I mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? In Finland, authorities in Finland have hired a team of dogs and trained them to sniff out COVID-19. So you think Roxy's trained? No.
Oh, yeah.
Roxy leaves a room when you fart. But they trained these dogs to sniff out coronavirus, COVID-19, to screen airline passengers. And it makes for a fascinating case story on how we don't necessarily need more technology to screen for COVID-19 when 130,000 years of domesticated canine evolution is already on our side.
Wow.
That makes Roxy just a smidgen less impressive, Steve. Just saying.
Just a
I mean,
smidgen, just a smidgen.
she's a good dog.
Yeah.
Roxy, she's a good dog, sure. But can she smell like coronavirus? I'm thinking no.
Well, they can be trained, but you have
Yeah.
to spend some time with them.
And you got to train yourself as well.
That is true. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right. Okay. COVID. Oh, there's a story. More COVID stuff.
yeah.
COVID toe.
Oh God.
COVID toe. Sounds like a holiday song, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
COVID toe. Oh, COVID toe. No. COVID toe. As COVID-19 cases continue to surge around the world. Yeah, Biden was giving Trump grief about that last night. Oh,
Mhm.
no, it's not getting better. Shut up, Joe. Can't you just hush? COVID toe. They continue to surge around the world. Health officials continually update what we know about the virus and how it affects people. One of the more unusual symptoms reported so far is a painful red rash. What kind of rash? A red rash. A red rash that spreads across the toes. And it's been dubbed COVID toes. Ooh, that sounded hostile, didn't it?
It does.
COVID toes. Thank you. The symptom sees one's toes turn red. The toes swell up and sometimes blister. And that's a condition we call COVID toes.
Damn.
Okay. Wow. That was awesome. I love that. Oh, God.
Mm.
Go ahead. You were saying something. I'm going to shut up and let you talk.
All right.
What you
So,
got?
for the longest time,
What?
people have been trying. They've been trying to get people to move back inside the perimeter, down to Atlanta, move down to Buckhead.
Atlanta people will get
Yeah, because there's some nice condos down there around Peachtree. Downsizers.
Mm.
Sell all your stuff. Your empty nesters. Move on down around the Buckhead area and get you a nice condo. Well, they got a problem down there now.
What is that?
It's illegal street racing. My friend and yours.
You were telling me this off the air yesterday.
Illegal street racing. My friend and yours, Katie Kiley. You know Katie Kiley, right?
I absolutely do. 96 Rock Girl, right?
And she now works on.
Did you work with her on 96
Oh,
Rock?
yes, absolutely, for a long time. And she now works on the river. She lives right there on Peachtree. And every night, she has to deal with this illegal street racing. Wow. She told a story the other night about 11:59. 5 shots went off. Bang, 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 bang.
That was 5.
5. Yeah,
I was counting.
I know. And she calls the police. Police don't show up anymore. Illegal street racing right down in front of her house. They block off the street and
if she would withdraw her own weapon and shoot one of those hoodlums, they'd show up.
She's thinking about getting a potato gun. I told her.
I think they'd come right on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
So
have you ever fired a potato gun?
I have not.
Load
no.
one up and fire it.
No, I have not.
God Almighty! When I used to live on the river,
Yeah.
I'd go out in the backyard and shoot it across the river.
So
because
now
you can shoot a potato into a wall, and it just splat. It just goes to all liquid. Go ahead.
So now recently, this has been in the news, and the Atlanta police, what are they going to do? They can't go in there and bust it up because
because what?
There's
Why
more.
not?
There's more of them than the police. The police show up.
But the police, yeah.
So anyway, the police did make. They issued citations to nearly 100 drivers over the weekend. They made 43 traffic stops, issued 97 citations, and recently here, in recent weeks, there was havoc on I-85 up in DeKalb County. 3 Marietta men were arrested September 5th after they blocked the northbound lanes of I-85 near Spaghetti Junction so they could lay drag on the interstate.
What does that mean, lay drag?
So they could do donuts in the middle of Interstate 85, right there at Spaghetti
and police
Junction.
don't object to that either. Huh?
Oh no, they do, but
they ain't gonna do nothing about it.
They ain't gonna do nothing about it. They also have a do not chase policy. So if they get on the interstate and go run after them, so So that's a real problem for those people who paid all that damn money to buy these expensive condos in Buckhead on Peachtree, and they have to deal with illegal street racing right outside their windows. So there goes your property taxes.
Why do you mean there goes your property tax?
Well, I mean, would you want to go buy a piece of expensive property down there with illegal street racing that they can't seem to get a handle on?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in a community where I could call the law and they wouldn't show up.
That's
more than the street racing part. If I call the police, I want the police to show up. We had to call the police yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Really? In your neighborhood?
No, not in my neighborhood, but we called the police because my mother-in-law and father-in-law, she's 83 years old, she's 93 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we hadn't heard from them in a couple of days. We'd be calling, go to voicemail. Her, Betty, God bless my mother-in-law, but her phone would always go to voicemail. We're thinking, damn, what's wrong? For 2 days. And Mary Beth said she was going to call the law. She called her sister up in Chattanooga and the one in Utah and said she's going to call the sheriff's office. And they went by there. And then my phone rang, and it was my mother-in-law saying, "Hi, the police were just here." I said, "Yeah, I know. We called them on you, you hoodlum." But, the police, it was a home wellness visit.
Mm-hmm.
These old people that were out of touch, we couldn't contact them. Mary Beth didn't want to go walking in and find something terrible had happened there.
Mm-hmm.
So she wanted the law to go. So, yeah, we called the law, and they responded to that. But when you get a bunch of street racers out there showing their asses and the police won't respond to that, that's an issue. And no, I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah. That's the current situation down there in downtown Atlanta.
Do you still talk to Katie ever?
All the time, every day, about once a week. Yes, I do.
Would you please tell her that I said hello?
I will.
I'd like to. I'm sure she remembers me. I think she does.
I'm sure she does. She
probably would rather work with me than you.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Let me tell you something. She's become an activist down there because of this illegal street racing issue. Because it's right outside of her window every night. It's a real issue down there.
So when you talk to her, is it primarily for her to bitch about street racing?
No. We talk about other things. We're working on a secret project.
I have really good news. You and Katie are working on a secret
Yes, we're working on
Can I be part of it?
No.
I don't want to be. You know what? I need to do that. I will go ahead and take the break because I got to pee.
Okay, fine. Me too. All right. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Be back here in 2 minutes on fistfulofradio.com, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
CBD, you hear about it all over the place. There's signs on every corner telling you to get CBD at this place. Well, I encourage you to get CBD from the right place, and the right place is the Georgia Hemp Company in Sandy Springs. They've been around since long before this big CBD boom got going, and they source their products from the best places in the country. The tinctures, the oil, bath bombs, great CBD products just for you, available in Sandy Springs, and they will ship to you wherever you are. Just use the promo code RICH10 at checkout. It's called the Georgia Hemp Company. The Georgia Hemp Company, located at 290 Hildebrand in Sandy Springs. Again, the promo code RICH10 at checkout at thegeorgiahempcompany.com.
Dry waterproofing. It's not dry till it's ever dry. If your basement's damp, don't take a chance. Call EverDry Waterproofing. If your crawl space is wet, one call and you're set. Call EverDry Waterproofing. Call EverDry today. We make the moisture go away. Go to EverDryAtlanta.com. Okay. EverDry Waterproofing. It's not dry till it's ever dry.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Billy Brew. Join me along with Rich Sullivan on The Opening Act with Sully and Billy, weekday mornings from 7 to 9 right here on fistfulofradio.com.
Yeehaw. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Anytime. Take it away, pal.
I'm going, yeah.
Make it for you.
I'm
All right.
practicing on my yeah. I think I got it down, man. Yeah.
All right.
Ray Bernal said I'd go buy a bunch of M80s and a slingshot. Clear the area out there.
You know, if he has M80s and a slingshot, they have guns. So you know,
do they?
Yeah, they they do. We're talking about.
You don't know they do. You assume they do.
Yeah. Okay,
well,
fine.
Okay, what do I don't hear about it.
You talking about
news from time
these
to
are
time.
gangs. These are gangs and hoodlums that
They
do the
are
illegal
gangs and hoodlums
and illegal street racing in the downtown in Buckhead of Atlanta. Yes. Yeah.
So why does Katie want to live there?
She moved in before they moved in. So we're talking about
why don't she move out?
Where she was there first.
there you go. That's the reason.
We're talking about illegal street racing in Buckhead. And I actually asked her that. Why don't you move, Katie? She said, no, I'm going to make them leave. She's become an activist to try to get them to leave.
How's it going?
Not well.
do they know where the pushback's coming from? They know there's friction somewhere. They just don't know where it is. If they find out it's her, do you think they'll kill her?
No. She's not just her. She's part of a group of people who are really becoming active in the community to try to get the community, the police. No, it's not her. It's the mayor. The mayor is refused to deal with this problem. Illegal street racing in Buckhead. So
what's the mayor's name again?
Lakeisha Lance Bottoms.
Yeah, Lakeisha.
Yeah.
Lakeisha?
No, it's just Keisha.
Keisha. Just Keisha.
Yeah.
Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Yeah.
She's kind of hot.
Yeah, whatever.
She is.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, you're
Back in the day,
right.
I would.
You're right.
What, Emma?
Yeah, you are.
She is hot.
She is.
Cute as she can be.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So wait. Tell Katie to get the hell out of there.
No, she's determined to stay, and I don't blame her. She paid good money for that nice condo down there in Buckhead, and I don't blame her for wanting to stay and stand her ground.
So so she's right on Peachtree Street.
Yes, right there in the smack dab in the middle of Buckhead, right there near Piedmont Hospital.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice there, boy.
It is.
Whatever. I don't want to live in town. You know what? I was never one to want to live inside what they call the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live in. I'm an I'm OTP outside the perimeter kind of guy, because I want to live out in the country. I want to live someplace to where this where I live right now is too crowded for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to live someplace where I got a couple of acres, and hopefully one of my windows, one of my outside windows looks out over a small lake of some sort. That's what I'd prefer. That's the environment I want to live in. I don't want to live in the downtown area where all this kind of, because you know what, the dang hoodlum street racers down there,
Mm-hmm.
and not everybody's got M80s.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But tell Katie I said, hey.
I will.
And she can come visit us up here if she wants to. She been to your house?
No. But I've been to her house.
That's something Katie and I have in common.
That's all right.
Neither one of us have been invited.
You've been invited. She's been invited too. So
and neither one of us go.
That's all right.
I'd probably tell you something.
Your problem. Get your fat ass in your car.
You got both dogs there.
Yes, I do. Don't pay no attention to them.
I'm waiting to hear for a dog fight. I'm waiting to hear a dog fight over at Steve's house.
Wait till an ambulance comes by. You'll hear.
Oh boy, you hear it then. Then
Yes,
you get the neighborhood choir all fired.
It sounds like this.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Sounds like
Steve.
that.
Steve has sound effects right there at a moment's notice away. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I hate it when don't do that. Don't I see you reaching?
Oh,
don't.
man. All right.
Yeah, yeah, that one too. Yeah, boy, that damn. Yeah, to hear play Biden right there reminds me again of the debate last night. I wonder what the next presidential debate will be like. It's going to be in Miami, but I wonder what it's going to be like. What it's going to sound like. Or what will it be the same?
No, I think
it's what we saw last night.
I think it will be less confrontational. I think it'll be
because it's a town hall debate.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah. That'll be better.
Yeah. Oh, you hadn't heard it was a town hall?
I did not know it was going to be a town hall.
Yeah, it's going to be a town hall debate. It is.
Yeah.
And the debate next week with the vice presidential candidates, Kamala and Whistlebritches Pence.
Mm-hmm.
That'll probably be good too, because I can't imagine they're going to carry on like Donald and Joe did last night, Sleepy Joe. And Joe last night, if Trump would just shut up and let him get his tongue wrapped around his eye tooth there, where he couldn't see what he was saying, this would have been better. I would have preferred that, but no. Trump just couldn't shut up. It's kind of like working with somebody Steve.
Asshole. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Pelosi hole. Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You should exercise with your significant other. It will bring the two of you closer together if you do. All right. Psychologists have discovered that one way to feel like you're bonding with your partner is by coordinating actions with them. Potato. 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 Yeah, I got it. What?
What's that? What's that?
Potato. 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 Yeah.
Wow. What is that you're doing there? Potato.
Potato. Potato. I was doing. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
I was humping.
Oh.
This is Wednesday.
I got you. Okay.
Got it. Okay. So,
yeah.
Anyway, if that way you feel like you're bonding with your partner by coordinating actions with them, the actions are potato. Potato. Got it. Okay. It's called nonverbal mimicry. Nonverbal mimicry.
Okay.
It'll help with the bond between the two of you, and it'll help you get stronger. Potato. Potato. Think about running together. No.
Not gonna happen.
Think about lifting weights together. No. These exercises will require the same movements from both of you, but I just got to teach you how to do potato. Potato. Come on, just like that, baby. Come on, potato. Okay. But I should have marked that off my list, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
That crap ain't happening. They call it sweating together. Pass. Okay. Although several days here lately, me and Beth's been going out walking together. That's
good.
exercise.
That's good. That is good. Walking is good for you.
Walking's good for you. That's right. Okay. So what do you want to do next?
So did you hear
what? Maybe. Probably. You'll never know.
A document was declassified just the day before yesterday.
What was it?
A document back in July 2016.
What was it?
It's basically, I'm gonna nut it out for you, that the Russia hoax goes back to Hillary Clinton.
All right.
The idea of the Russia hoax, tying it to Donald Trump, tied into Putin, goes back to Hillary Clinton, and this recently declassified document is in the files of the CIA, and John Brennan signed off on it and actually did a briefing of Obama and Biden, and so the idea started with Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
So now the plot thickens. The onion is being peeled right before our eyes as we get closer to the crossfire hurricane origins.
Potato.
You can't get the humping out of your mind, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, can you?
I'm more concerned about, getting Hillary Clinton behind bars. I think that's more important.
Ain't gonna happen, Steve.
It should.
Yeah, granted, but it ain't ever gonna happen.
I know it's not going to happen. That's why. Okay. That's why it angers me more.
Get the frick out of your mind. And don't
it angers me that she gets a pass.
You're still easily angry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. At the end of the program, we had a good show yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Me and you. And Jay Raymer wrote at the end of the show, "It's a good show again, gentlemen, despite the technical difficulty, because we did." And notice today, there's been no technical difficulty whatsoever. Time to finish up here at the warehouse of death and get ready for job number 2. See you tomorrow. And then I got something near the end of the show yesterday. I think I shared it with you, Steve. I'm not sure, but from Push Black, not Push Back, Push Black.
Mm-hmm.
It's a racist designed the Supreme Court. Whoa, wait a minute, hang on. Racists designed the Supreme Court, and racists can still use it to put us at risk. It's not the fair grantor of justice we've been told it is. Actually, there's evidence that unfairness is built in to the Supreme Court. Push Black, Push Black. Potato. Okay. Man, push, and I don't know what this Push Black is, but it pisses me off.
Horsed.
You want something to be mad about? What?
Horsed. Horst.
There was a bus went by the White House yesterday. I saw a video of the bus going by the White House, and it was an advertisement on the side of the bus, as you see on so many city buses, but it was for Absolute Vodka. It said, vote first, drink second. Vote first, drink second.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, tomorrow, Steve, what time is it? 25 till. Thank God the show will be over here in less than half an hour.
Thank God.
What?
We've got stuff to do.
What? Oh, you got to go do your project with Katie?
No, I'm going to go exercise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you do that? All right. Potato.
I'll do that. I'll think about that when I'm exercising.
Potato. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow, though, is tomorrow, when you have your lunch tomorrow, you got to make sure, Steve. Now, I'm serious. I know how you are about your health.
All right.
You make sure you ditch the roast beef, have a veggie sub.
Okay.
Because tomorrow is World Vegetarian Day.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Steve. I cannot enjoy a meal without some animal paying the ultimate price.
Murderer.
Damn Skippy. It's easy enough to eat meat free for a day, but this celebration is intended to kick off a month of vegetarian awareness. Tomorrow's the 1st of October, brand new month tomorrow. Kick off a month of vegetarian awareness and encouraging a more lasting change in your diet. No more meat. No more meat. No. Sad brown eyes, puddle of blood. Can't enjoy a meal without that. Just wanted to share.
I love meat.
I love meat.
It's good for you.
Tomorrow is protein, ain't it?
Protein, baby.
Protein, baby.
Good for you.
Ted Nugent talking about eating meat. Do you like Ted Nugent?
I love Ted Nugent. I love the fact
you
that
met him.
I've never met the guy. I would
Really?
love to hang out with Ted Nugent.
You know, Ted is drug free.
Yes, I know.
He's never taken an aspirin.
I know.
He'll tell you in a heartbeat. He's never even taken so much as an aspirin.
I know.
But
wow.
God, what a great guy. But I want to go hunting with him because he's got a great place to hunt up in Michigan. I'm going to go hunt on Foxworthy's place and all. But I don't think that that Nugent would let you hunt with a rifle up there. I think that's all got to be got to be bow hunting. No, pass on that. But he loves the mystic flight of the arrow and yada yada. This horse hockey bullish.
I bet you he believes in aliens.
I don't know, Steve.
I bet you he
you
does.
Know what makes you say that?
Because Ted Nugent, to me, is he has an expansive mind.
Oh, and I'm stupid because I don't believe in aliens.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you implied it.
No, I didn't. No,
you did too.
You implied.
That's what I got out of it.
You implied that.
Like that.
Yeah.
I don't believe in aliens means that I'm an idiot and Steve's the smart.
You said that. I didn't.
No, but you've implied it.
No, you laid that down. I didn't.
No,
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but you're thinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you thinking it.
Well,
by the way, Jim Comey, Drain Bernal said Jim Comey is on C-SPAN 3.
Yeah.
Is on C-SPAN. It's a hearing.
Yeah.
Funny how his recall is so selective.
Yeah, I know.
I bet.
He's being. I don't recall. It's funny. I think I read something that Lindsey Graham presented to him. Some facts. You know,
you like Lindsey Graham. I love him.
I like him a whole lot. He's in trouble though in South Carolina in his reelection.
Yeah, I understand. I've heard that.
But Lindsey Graham recited to him facts, and he said, "Do you remember blah 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 blah?" And he said,
Jim Comey.
Yeah, to Jim Comey, and Jim Comey says, "I don't recall that." Well, the letter went to you. You know, so anyway, Jim Comey is a scumbag, and he is at the nexus of this hoax, by the way. So watch out for him. He actually might be one to go to jail.
You know, he lost his gig with the FBI. You know,
I
and
know.
he might be one to go to jail. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Hillary ain't going.
I know. She's well protected.
I never played you my song Hillary for Prison.
I know. You told me about it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I should send it to you.
You should send it to me. We might ought to play it.
The thing of it, say it again. What you
we might ought to play it.
Because I could play it from here, but it would go to Steve and it would kick back and it would not be a good technical issue.
We don't need loop back. Yes, so send it to me. We'll play it.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
We'll play it tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow will be Thursday.
Thursday.
So tomorrow we're going to play Hillary for Prison.
Because she needs to go to prison.
It says, the lyric says Hillary for Prison 2016. It should say Hillary for Prison 2017.
She needs to go to prison for the server issue, and she needs to go to prison for being the mastermind, for being the idea behind the Russia hoax idea.
All right, Steve, whatever.
All right, so there you go. That's two.
I'm looking for what?
That's two reasons why she needs to go to prison.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, and then so now it's time to stop again before we wrap the show up with.
I don't want to wrap the show up.
Well, we got to.
Hillary for Prison. I'm looking for where'd that go?
All right.
I got it here.
Let's
there
stop.
It is. Bingo. I want you to check your dang. See, there's a dog fight.
Well, they're dogs. That's what they're going to do. They're going to fight. They're going to play.
I want you to check the dog fight. I want you to check your email.
All right, check yours, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
My what? Check my email. I don't know why do I have to check my email.
Okay, we're going to take
It's
a 2
you
minute
that needs
break.
to check your email.
We're going to take a 2 minute
You're
break.
such a pain in the ass.
Right, exactly. That's my job. That's my job as producer of whatever the hell this is, to be the pain in the ass.
Wonderful broadcast extravaganza.
And we're going to
hosted by
return
Moby
in 2 minutes on fistfulofradio.com.
Ever try waterproofing? It's not dry till it's ever dry.
Hey Atlanta, Shannon Burke here. Now that the flood watches have expired and the sun is back, it's time to address that leaky basement. The amount of rain Atlanta gets this time of year should have you paying attention to moisture in your home. Call the guys that I call, EverDry. As you know, moisture and water in your basement today can lead to foundation issues tomorrow, not to mention mold and mildew. The health of your family could be at stake. Have the guys from EverDry come out and conduct a free basement inspection today. Their patented process seals and encapsulates your basement and keeps it dry for years to come. Call them today, 678-741-2900, or check them out online at everdryatlanta.com. It's 678-741-2900 for EverDry Waterproofing, and tell them Shannon Burke sent you.
Ever try waterproofing? It's not dry till it's ever dry.
CBD, you hear about it all over the place. There's signs on every corner telling you to get CBD at this place. Well, I encourage you to get CBD from the right place, and the right place is the Georgia Hemp Company in Sandy Springs. They've been around since long before this big CBD boom got going, and they source their products from the best places in the country. The tinctures, the oil, bath bombs, great CBD products just for you. Available in Sandy Springs, and they will ship to you wherever you are. Just use the promo code RICH10 at checkout. It's called the Georgia Hemp Company. The Georgia Hemp Company, located at 290 Hildebrand in Sandy Springs. Again, the promo code RICH10 at checkout at thegeorgiahempcompany.com.
Let me tell you about our good friends at Buckhead Pet Pals, Atlanta's premier pet sitting company. With over 20 years of experience in pet care, Buckhead Pet Pals treats your pets just like they do their own. Caring, trustworthy, and loyal, Shannon and her team provide the absolute best in pet care available in the Atlanta area. Give them a call, 404-303-0312. That's 404-303-0312. Or find them on the web, buckheadpetpals.com.
Okay. Check your email.
All right. Here we go. We're in the home stretch right now.
There's a gut bass. I like that.
Yeah.
Is that a trombone?
Here we go.
Is that a trombone?
Yes, sir. Okay, this is entertaining.
Well, you're the one playing the music.
All right. Okay, so we're down to the last 15 minutes of whatever the hell this is on fistfulofradio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitter.
That's me going, you know that.
Yeah, that's right.
That wasn't the real trombone. It sounded like trombone, though, didn't it? Did it sound like trombone?
No. No.
I don't care. I want you to go check your email.
Oh, fine. I got it. I'll see it. We'll
Hillary for Prison.
We'll play it tomorrow.
2007.
All right. Cool. All right. Excellent.
All right, everybody.
Alrighty.
Hello there.
Hey.
Y'all started talking about Hillary then the dogs want to go out. Y'all started talking about Hillary, then the dogs wanted to go out. There you go. That's fun, Steve. What are you looking at now?
I'm getting music ready for our exit here in 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, I knew you weren't paying attention to me.
I was paying attention to you,
what
Knucklehead.
What did I just say then?
You asked me what I was looking at. Yes, I did.
I said y'all started, Alan Cofield.
I heard
y'all
that.
started talking about Hillary. Then
I heard that part.
Then?
Welcome to the Bickersons.
Okay.
I'm Mr. Bickerson.
You started talking about Hillary.
That's Ms. Bickerson over there.
You started talking about Hillary. Then what? Then the dogs wanted to go out. Steve, you weren't hearing that part. I was looking at you. You weren't paying attention. I was sitting there watching you. I was sitting there looking at you. And you weren't paying no attention to me. You had your thumb up your butt.
Now you know why
you had your thumb up your butt and your mind in Arkansas. I love that.
Now you know why I bought liquor to drink last night, because of you.
You did. You had some Weller, didn't you?
I had some Weller. I like this. By the way, this kind of pissed me off. I went to buy Weller last night, and I said, "Do you have some Weller in the bottle?" And he said, "Yeah, but you're going to have to buy this other brand too." And I said, "Why in the hell do you make me do that?" And he said, "Well, you're going to have to talk to the boss man about that." Apparently, the Weller brand is a premium brand, and they make you buy.
They make you buy the good stuff.
They make you buy something else. And I said, "Well,
buy the rot gut if you're going to get some Weller."
Actually, they make you buy something else, but actually, the brand they made me buy was something I've had that I have actually like. And I said, "Okay,
what is it?"
It's called 1792, which also bourbon snobs think that's also good, which it is. So I just said, I'll just buy that, and that'll be somebody's Christmas present. Oops, that's going to be your Christmas present. All right. And
no. I'm a Weller. I turned you on to Weller.
Okay. So anyway,
you can't give somebody that turned you on to your good bourbon some bullshit bourbon.
But anyway, they made me They made me buy another brand of bourbon so I could buy the premium brand of bourbon.
Did they have Weller Special Reserve?
Yes, that's what I've got. Yes.
So they sold you that. Yeah. But that wasn't on a shelf out front, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
liquor store. Maybe I went to get me some Weller, and they didn't have it out front.
Okay.
They didn't. They had gum, which I'm telling you this, if y'all are bourbon drinkers, Weller bourbon. I mean, I like Maker's Mark. Sure I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Bullet or Bullet. It's not bad. You've had Bullet, Steve?
I've never had that. No.
Bulliet. It says Bullet or Bulliet. Your dogs are going to.
I know.
But anyhow, that's good too. But that Weller, when I discovered that kind of stopped me from sucking it.
Charges filed against suspect in the Los Angeles sheriff's deputies attack. The guy that walked up on the two deputies and fired.
They got him?
Apparently so. So that's some good news.
Read the headline again.
Charges filed.
This is. Wait a minute. Stop before you read that. This is Steve paying close attention to what we're talking about here on the radio.
Well,
this is Steve reading the news.
Charges filed against the suspect in L.A. sheriff's deputy attacked. So the kid that's the little gang. You remember the little short guy with little pants down around his ankles and waddled away? Apparently they got him.
And I told you he would look like a thug. He didn't look like some grown up.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I told you that.
Yeah, a little gang member trying to do his initiation. So
is that what it was?
That's what it looked like to me.
Why? What it looked like to you? And the bottom line is you don't know. This is how
we're going to find
started.
out.
But this is how rumors get started, Steve.
Well, that's right. So.
Mm-hmm.
So
Steve doesn't know much about it, but it does appear like there's been an arrest in this case.
Yeah. So that's some good news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great news.
Wondering why it took him so long to find that little shit.
Because the reward didn't get up high enough where somebody would rat him out. And just take the money and run.
Money talks.
Take the money and run. Who did that song?
Steve
Who
Miller.
did that song?
Steve Miller.
That's good. Good, yeah. Jay Raymer said, if I went to any store and they require me to buy another product to buy the product that I want, then I'm going to go to another store.
Guess what they're going to
good for you.
Guess what they're going to do at that store? If it's a premium brand, they're going to make you buy something else too. Apparently, it's why it's a premium brand. Right? Does that make sense?
You're not going to get me to agree to that.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. I just know that the last time I went to get Weller, I bought Weller. They would only let me buy one bottle of it, but I bought Weller. And the next time that Weller was going to come in the house, Mary Beth stopped to get it, and they had it in the back. It wasn't on the shelves or anything, and she brought a bottle in, and I had a bottle of Weller, and she didn't have to buy anything else.
Well, I bought it because I wanted to get drunk to watch the debate last night. That's why I bought it, and I needed it.
Which was the best way to enjoy last night's
exactly.
Bourbon is great, but you'll never get me away from Jameson Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Jameson. That's what me and
Yeah.
Monsignor used to drink and smoke cigars.
The Monsignor?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
A real Monsignor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Catholic.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Monsignor Dillon, God Almighty. We used to. It was I told you about this. The Mapes banquet, Metro Atlanta Police Emerald Society. I was emceeing the thing, and Monsignor Dillon, he would always have his Jamesons under the table there, and I'd put a glass down between our legs, between his and mine, and he poured me some Jamesons in there, and he poured himself some. And we during this entire event, we got a little buzz going, me and the Monsignor did. Great guy, great human being. Let's see here. Bourbon is great, but you'll never get me away from Jameson. It's part of my DNA. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Irish whiskey. If I went to any store to buy a product, and they make me buy another. We did that already. Okay.
Sure did.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to do now? Good God, it's 10 till.
Yeah, I know. We're almost done.
Almost. It hadn't been a bad show.
No, it's been a pretty good show.
I mean, overall.
Yeah. We've done a lot worse.
Of shows that we've done that have barely sucked.
Oh yeah.
This was better than them.
We've done a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot worse.
This was better than them.
Yeah, this is a whole lot better.
Y'all start talking about Hillary going to prison and the dogs want to go out. I love that. Hillary for prison. You gotta. I sent that to you. Did you check your email?
I got it.
You did get it.
We'll do it tomorrow.
We can do it now.
No.
Oh, come on, man. You got time.
Okay.
We're talking about Hillary.
We'll kill a couple of minutes. How long is it?
Oh, I don't know.
2:41.
Okay. How about that? 2:41.
You ready?
2 minutes, 41 seconds.
Here we go.
We've trained this dog. Get up.
I hear that train coming. It's rolling round the bend. Gonna pick up Mrs. Clinton and take her to the pen. They'll have a coronation.
Oh, really?
They'll make her cell block queen.
That's even more appropriate.
Hillary for prison. 2016.
18.
Don't tell me what to say.
They've got an orange pantsuit hanging on the wall and a cell for Bubba Willie just a little down the hall. We'll put them in the big house, lock them up inside.
I really regret doing this.
Unless a whole lot of witnesses commit suicide.
That's funny.
We didn't lose a single person.
There is evidence of potential violations.
I don't think so. I'd be afraid to eat them if I were you. It proves their case.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, really? My husband thinks he's the one who should talk. You know?
Remember James McDougal and 20 or 30 more about to testify. They found them dead upon the floor. Now they're piling up the bodies.
That has been tried.
Like they did back then.
It has failed spectacularly.
They want back in the White House. Here we go again.
I have no earthly idea what she'll decide to do.
He doesn't know.
This is bigger than Watergate.
Oh, really?
The FBI would never have reopened this case unless it were a most egregious criminal offense.
Republicans who were close to giving up on Trump now piling on.
Secretary Clinton, how did you find out?
Same way you did.
I have no earthly idea.
Not a one.
Glue the china to the table, nail the table to the floor. Lock up all the silver before they haul it out the door. White trash in the White House beats all I've ever seen.
I really regret doing this. I wouldn't take up arms.
Hillary for prison. 2016.
Yeah, that's Hillary barking too. Do you know that?
What difference does it make?
Is that funny?
Yeah, it is pretty funny, actually, dude.
Thank you. I did that totally here at the house.
Well, not bad, dude.
Yeah,
not bad.
Thank you. Honestly, I was proud of it.
You should be.
There was time. There was time to do it. I told you there was time, and we've been talking about Clintons and all this stuff. That was back when Hillary was running. Who did she run against? That was help me out.
Obama.
Hillary and Obama running against Obama.
Yes. Remember, she was running against Obama and she got pushed aside.
Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She was.
It's
Remember,
been a
she
long
was.
time ago.
She thought that she was going to get the nomination, and all along comes this young upstart Illinois senator, first-time senator, and then they kind of pushed him up to the front of the line.
You know what? I don't think that's exactly right.
Yes.
Wait a minute. The inauguration was going to be in January of 2017, and that was the beginning of the Trump administration. So this was Hillary running against Obama before the race with Obama against Trump. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. She should go to prison.
She should go
You're
to prison.
correct.
Hillary for
I agree
prison.
with you, sir.
They got an orange jumpsuit hanging there on the wall.
Yeah.
Another one for Billy.
Not a fan.
No, God, no, not a fan.
An evil woman.
Thank you. Evil woman.
Evil
Who did that
woman.
song?
ELO.
The Electric Light Orchestra. Evil woman. We could write a Hillary song about that. Evil woman. We could.
We could.
No, don't think we couldn't. I could. I could have it ready for tomorrow if you
That's
want me
okay.
to. You want me to?
That's all right.
Michael Hopkins says, great, Moby. Did a good job. Thank you, Tammy Griffin. Well, thank you both. I appreciate that. I love getting patted on the back better than being kicked in the ass. I thank you so much. Oh, boy. Smiling is an extremely important form of nonverbal communication. You've seen these clear masks that they're wearing now, so you can see the facial expressions of people wearing them. I prefer that. Smiling is an extremely important form of nonverbal communication in business as well as in socializing, which is a problem when you're wearing a mask. Body language experts suggest that when you are wearing a mask, that you need to smile with your eyes. Oh, bull hockey, honey, smile with your eyes. No. They say if you want to create a positive feeling, practice intentionally wrinkling your eyes when you're wearing a mask. No, I like those clear masks where you can actually see people's faces. I miss seeing people's faces. You go to a restaurant and the waitress comes up or the waiter and they got the mask on, you can't tell what mood they're in. They can't tell what mood you're in if you're wearing your mask. I want to get clear. I don't have a clear mask. I'm going to get me one. As long as you're actually smiling with your mouth when you do this, then wrinkling around your eyes eventually will give you a look now and you'll have a natural look. Now, I tell you what, you can naturally kiss my butt. Look at the time, would you? We got.
I know.
Yeah,
it's about Absolute that time.
Vodka. Vote first, drink second. Okay. You need to go. A classic. Oh, Alan Cofield said a classic.
That is a classic.
Thank you. Will you hang on to it? Okay.
I will.
Did a good job.
We'll be playing that one again.
Will we? Really?
Hey, look,
you've never liked any of my songs well enough to want to play
that one. I love because I love the theme, Hillary for prison. Yeah. Because John Durham, by the way, John Durham and his investigation.
Is he ever going to come out with his investigation?
I hear it's not until after the election.
I get tired of hearing about John Durham's.
And supposedly, John Durham's investigation has now morphed into an investigation of the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Those people, they got a lot of money, them people.
Yeah.
I wish I had a little of it, Steve, don't you?
Me too, brother, man.
If Hillary would just give me a little bit of her Clinton Foundation money, I'd say nicer things about her on the radio.
It's dirty money, man. Too. Dirty money. It's dirty money. You don't want none of that money. Bad money. Bad energy.
Like that. Yeah, I do.
Okay,
ill-gotten gains. Who was it said that? Gomer said that. Ill-gotten gains.
Hey, man, I love you. Thanks for a good day today. Appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you too, pal.
All right, buddy.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Back tomorrow at noon.
Noon tomorrow. Y'all can always email, by the way, Moby at mobyinthemorning.com, and always call and leave a message at 855-66. But is that way? 855-556 Moby.
All right.
You can leave a message there as well, or just shoot an email. Moby at mobyinthemorning.com.
Right.
Amen. Glory. Hallelujah. Love you, Steve. See you tomorrow.
All right. Bye, y'all. See ya. That's a wrap.
I told my wife to laugh behind my back. She said, I want the funny stuff on the other side. Hey, if you're looking for laughs, check out the Newsmaker Line comedy show. Saturday, October 3rd at Houck's Grill in Roswell. Are you kidding? It's a hilarious night of comedy, impressions, and brand new parody songs.
Doesn't blink when she lies, cause she can't move her eyes. That's Pelosi. Talk for 8 hours straight, then lost her upper plate. That's
Safe distancing guidelines will be practiced and seating will be limited. So get your tickets now. Visit newsmegaline.com or call 678-829-SHOW. That's 678-829-SHOW. Houck's Grill, are you kidding? I said to the waitress, could you tell me about the menu, please? She said the man I please is none of your business.